Hey, thanks for popping in again. Yeah, sorry I have not been able to stream for a bit. Life has been getting in the way, but I am glad to be back for sure, and hope you enjoy the VOD when it goes up. Okay, I guess. Excuse me, I'm still getting settled in. Yeah, the past few weeks have been hectic. I've had some vehicle trouble, as I mentioned in my Discord, and then I got really sick. So everything has been kind of a mess, and streaming, I mean, if it had been my job, I would have found a way to keep doing it, but I'm not making any money off of it, so it has been kind of the lowest priority in the world for me. But hopefully, moving forward, I'll be back on my schedule again. Oh, that is a lie. That's not my top priority. So yeah, today is going to be trying to figure out where the heck the factory is at. Like, I don't even necessarily remember what I've researched and what my next priorities are. And yeah, so this stream is going to be a little all over the place. Hopefully, I'll at least get myself to a place where moving on for the rest of the week and moving forward, we can know what's going on. And yeah, so that is the plan for today. I hope everyone is excited. First things first. Well, second things second after that spiel. We have a couple more offline Twitch follows who need to be added to the list, so I'm going to go ahead and add them if I can remember how to play this game. And Granite Decay and Savorage? Oh, I need more plates. Wow, I ran out of plates. All right. Did I actually get that queue? There we go. Is that actually on the right? No, they're both on this side. And do I have stone bricks to go underneath them? A little bit. All right, there we go. Thank you very much, both of you, for the follows. This is bothering me. I'm going to go ahead, since I'm doing one line between everything, I'm just going to kind of rebase this whole thing so that it is aligned with the pipe as my gap. There we go. Fixed. No, I don't have the extra double line there. Okay. My to-do list says crushed coal for power, but I think that was taken over by geothermal, right? Because we got geothermal going wherever that is. Here. So that's working, and that's giving me plenty of power right now. So and as I recall, trying to build this up kept getting stuck waiting on huge numbers of circuits and other intermediates. So my inclination is to keep ignoring this for now, like I decided to last time, and figure out what the next step is. Looking at this, yeah, better coke sink. Okay, and that's because I'm currently... Oh, that's off the top. I need to extend my radar coverage. All right, let's walk up there. Yeah, I'm burning some coke to keep gases going for glass making, wherever glass is. And that is also fine, I think. We're backed up on stoppers because we're not making enough liquid glass. Surely that's just because these aren't all the way backed up. Okay. That's good to know that we need more. Oh, this fuel's cut off. When did I do that? Why did I do that? And the worst part is, that's an odd-numbered underground just sitting there, and I have an even number in my hand, which means there's another odd-numbered underground just sitting around somewhere. What's the command? No, it's over here, isn't it? Ask. I thought there was a orphan. Maybe it's not a button. Maybe it's just a command. Or is it a... Where's factory planner, even distribution, orphan finder, shift O. There it is. Found one orphan. Aha. I don't even know what that's from. Yes, I do know what that's from. That is from when I was doing carriage and processing up here, which is no longer a thing because right now all of my stone comes from other things. Okay. So let's go get more liquid glass going down below. I think that's going to be important. And then I think I do want to work towards this glass off of hot air first, because that will improve our production of these doodads. I think currently that's our limiting factor, or one of our limiting factors for science. Is this currently just limited by how quickly this crummy inserter can get things in? And if I put a real inserter on it, is it just going to improve everything? Let's find out. Do I have power down here is the other question. Yes, but... Really? Really? Okay. Wait, 0.2, 0.2. Yeah, so these should be matched now. Yes, they are matched now. Okay, cool. So we're going to make these a little bit faster. This should be a little less backed up on glass now. Kind of. Sort of. I mean, I can just do, like... Whoops. Not that. This. Here we go. Turn this one off for now. I think it's still going to fill up with glass, but I have so much of this glass and I'm using it for almost nothing. Actually, you know what? I'll let it finish buffering what it wants to buffer, and hopefully it'll... Yeah. So I think we're reaching some limitations around this single fuel pipe where you can see it's just kind of constantly pumping a little bit of coal gas through. And that's because there's kind of always a little bit of coal gas in the system. So I think what I need to do somewhere up here is figure out, one, what's going on. Yeah, because this should only be on as an overflow, and it is. We've got this thing, but really I need some hysteresis, right? I want it to turn on when there's enough and then turn back off. Because, yeah, aromatics are going to start backing up soon. Oh, hydrogen made it into the pipe. And then gasoline. Now the aromatics are running through. Yeah, I'm not really sure here. Yeah, I do need to figure out whatever the hysteresis around this, I think. Because I don't want it to pump until it's gone, right? Because I need coal gas for aluminum and for other purposes. But I also don't think that I have full... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Circuit network? What do I need for circuit network so I can do more interesting things? A lot. I need a lot. All right, well... I said glass off of hot air, but that's going to need a sink for the coal, or for the coke, rather, which I guess is fine. Like, I've got... Man, what a mess. Where does all this coal go? To different places? Yes, I've got the two that zigzag in different directions around each other. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. One of them is okay. The other one is just running my furnaces. The iron for my steel and my iron furnaces are all that's being run off of this whole belt. Cool. That one is my current coke production, which at this point is really coal byproducts production. And then one more down here, and that's the one that goes off along this way and powers the steam for tin mining and the tin miners themselves, and probably some other crap down here. Zinc. Yeah. Oh, interesting. My zinc... Oh, my zinc's just fully backed up. Okay. Why is zinc so backed up, but tin isn't? Because are batteries still my problem here? Batteries are my problem here because we have no cellulose, because you have no water? Excuse me? Oh. Yeah, I disconnected that when I built those. Cool. Where am I? And I think batteries are still going to be the slowest part of this process, but at the very least I can get things moving again. Okay, so I think what I want to do is down here, where these two plants are running, I can turn these off right now. I'm making plenty of power. And that will... What is this currently doing? It's currently feeding steam into this the main steam line? No, this is coming in. Okay. So this feeds steam into this system, and it also feeds steam over here, okay, to this. What a pain. Oh, and these aren't getting the fluid they need. Why not? Because I'm not getting rid of the ash fast enough? Yep. Because I forgot how many of these can run off of one belt? Yes. Okay. See, this is why I did want to move to the central steam bus idea. Okay. I think I was going to get rid of these, but I might leave these. And then where does it come through? It forks here. Get rid of this entire path up. We don't need this integrated with our power anymore. And then that'll supply steam for, well, this. And it will also, I can fork it down and supply the steam into here and get rid of this. And maybe even replace these with electric miners and get rid of, well, some of the fuel. We still need fuel for this. Maybe not. But I think that is gonna be the way to go. Yeah. Okay. Is that what I want to do right now? Kind of. I think it's the right thing to do right now. So let's so let's do it. Because tin is still broken. Because I'm not making enough steam, and that on-site steam plant is just less than ideal. Wait, there's another fork in this road. Where do you go? What are you doing? Oh, you're this recycling. Okay, that's nothing. I don't care about you at all. Wait, this is not barrels. This should be... This should be not rocks, because things can spoil in here, right? Not that it should ever happen, but things could spoil in there. So, not rocks. Okay, what was I doing? I was figuring out my steam pathing. I'm going to leave that running off of this steam pipe. That's fine for now. And then it comes down here. And also goes this way, where it comes to this thing, and that's fine. So what I want to do then is tear down all of this steam at zinc. All of this. Okay. I'm going to let that slowly run itself dry and get all the ash out there, and I'm going to get this hooked up to our steam up here. If I can find a good spot for it. I guess it's better to come down, yeah, just where it already forks. Where is that relative to where I want to be? So I've got my my whole circuit build here in the way. All right. And this doesn't have steam in it because... Oh, it does. I just accidentally hit Alt and broke Alt mode. Okay. And it's too long. Of course it's too long. Pump. Put a pump here, but is this anywhere near power? It actually kind of is, but I have no power poles. Power poles, where are you? I remember how my base works, I promise. Okay. Yeah, may as well grab both. What's blinking at me? Oh, this is copper, and I left this here because... Oh, I was thinking about maybe someday mining out the rest of this patch. Yeah. I'll clean that up eventually. Or not. I don't think it matters. Okay. So that is steam now coming in here. That should turn all of these on. I'm not going to bother switching them to electric. These are still busy emptying themselves. All right. I didn't realize I had let them back up that badly. Zinc is not a problem. And we should be getting much, much more tin now. $12 times 0.5 is 6 a second, so they shouldn't be blocked. And it doesn't look like it. All right. Excellent. What's going on up here? Still cellulose is the slowest part of this. All right. There's a better cellulose recipe, isn't there? Oh, I should not be using this. Let's not use this. Where's FNEI? I want cellulose, and I want to craft it. Wood and limestone, or wood and sodium hydroxide in a biofactory. And I get sodium hydroxide from electrolyzing salt water. Which gives me chlorine. And what can I do with chlorine right now is really the question. I can rust iron into iron oxide and then turn a bunch of that iron oxide back into a plate. So what I have to do is I have to burn plates to burn the chlorine right now. That's atrocious. And surely this recipe is a... Can I see which mod added this recipe? Oh, it's in PyAE, but this is a recycling recipe if ever there was one. All right, I think the question is how much better is using hydroxide. It goes from 7 wood and 4 limestone to, in 10 seconds, to 10 wood and 3 hydroxide for 2. So 5 and 1.5 in 5 seconds. It's twice as fast. So it's 4 times as fast for cellulose production. And that is my bottleneck right now. All right, let's pull up YAFC. Let's see what this chain looks like if I want to actually make cellulose. Okay. So we're going to make cellulose. We're going to start with 1 a second, whatever. We'll use the hydroxide recipe. And we make our sodium hydroxide from electrolysis. We sink into iron oxide, and we turn that back into iron plates. Sure. Even do it in a foundry with heat? Maybe. Hydrogen we can pump into our fuel pipe. That's fine. That'll get dumped. So ultimately, and this is going to make 0.4 a second out of 1 biofactory. And currently we're making 0.1 a second. So yeah, it'll be 4 times as much off of about 3 times as much wood, a little bit of saline water, but I'm making plenty of that now. I gotta bring in an iron plate, which I have. And we get half of them back, I guess. Yeah, and I've got fuel here, so I'll probably just use the advanced foundry. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think it makes sense to build this. I really do. As much as, I mean, it's 0.05 plates a second. I'm not that worried about iron that much anymore. So, yeah, okay. What are we going to need? We're going to need our biofactory, an electrolyzer, a furnace, and a foundry. Okay. So let's get those going. Biofactory. Oh, making a ton of small parts. Stop. Let's go up to the mall and switch back to the game stream. Where's my small parts bin? Small parts. All right. Biofactory. Advanced foundry. Electrolyzer. What do I need for that? Oh, I need more circuits. And what was the last thing I needed? Oh, furnace. Yep. All right. And circuits are down there. So I should be able to get this built. Grab circuits, and we can make this electrolyzer. Okay. So, the first thing we need to do is the electrolysis. Let's grab an electrolyzer. Let's put you... Oh, I don't know. This area is kind of crowded, but kind of also not. What else can I do? Oh, just straight up water electrolysis to make hydrogen and oxygen. Can make water. Interesting. Anyway, saltwater electrolysis. Let's move you up. Just looking at the way the inputs are on it. Yeah. All right. So hydrogen, we're going to want to put in a tank of some sort. What do I need for a tank? Oh, I can make a bunch of these. Okay. This is really just a buffer. I like the 40 kiloliter tanks. They look nice. Where did that tank end up? There we go. All right, so you, tank, are going to go up like here. And then... yeah, it'll feed up into... Actually, I can just do that while I'm here. So yeah, this is just a buffer. But the goal is that it can hold on to a bunch of hydrogen, and then whenever there is hydrogen at this end, it will... Wow, is that exactly where I don't have power coverage? That's impressive. Yeah, like at this point, it'll be able to just push the hydrogen out. Now, the other output, it's a high-pressure furnace, and it needs iron plates. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop it here. And we're going to make rust from plates and chlorine. God, this feels so wasteful. All right. And then how many a second? Oh, it's 0.1 plates a second. So, like, yeah, I can use crummy inserters. No problem. Actually, no. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Right is iron plate. And then I need to do, like, this kind of thing. And then this will have priority input on the right. And then the furnace goes like here. One over. The furnace goes like here. And then like that. And then the output of that needs to go into the foundry, which will need heating. Do I have a heating tower? Burner. Bop. Need to fuel that. We'll figure that out from whatever the heck I'm doing over here. Actually, you know what? This isn't going to need logs here anymore. So let's just take all of this apart. Take all of this apart. And this whole thing is going to get split differently sooner. Because it's going to just get split into logs and fuel somewhere around, like, I don't know, here. Left is log. Oh, not logs. Try again, Brandon. Left is wood. Okay, there we go. So now we have fuel, and let's move you, actually, like, maybe all the way back here. And the other thing I'm going to do is... Actually, change my mind. Where's that come from? Over here. Because the other thing is we do have our hydroxide out, and that needs to get fed into a biofactory, which is like here. And we're making 0.6 of that, which is still just one of these. Love to see it. Love to see it. There's our wood input. Okay. That's wood. Everything else needs non-wood off of this. And really, I need this belt on top of these, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this belt here. I'm going to figure out why there's no wood on it, but first things first, we come down here. We're going to split this, and I'm going to say the right, and this is going to look ridiculous, but ooh. Didn't hit Control F there. The right is wood. That's left. The right is wood. And it's going to go up. And over. And then insert right here. And then fuel can come up here. This will get some. And keep going. And hook up to this belt here. Except maybe in a less stupid way. Can I go like, yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then coming off of this will be all of our schmancy new cellulose into here. Okay. So, what haven't I done? Output here, output here, output, don't actually need this one. This one can have our input priority right. This needs to go underneath. Okay. So, let's make sure that I'm right here. This is going to throw the rust into here. Rust will get cooked and will be the priority input to repeat the cycle. This is going to be making our cellulose from the wood and from the hydroxide. Hydroxide is made here. Hydrogen goes up to get burned down where we make glass. And yeah. everything else is right. So I think once I just plug in power for this stuff, it should work? Question mark? So let's find out. Oh, need to pick the right recipe here. We're not getting enough wood. Why aren't we getting enough wood? Because I'm not making enough wood, I'm sure is the answer. Wood comes in here, and it's all getting turned into wood byproducts at the moment. Are these backed up? Yes. Why don't we have enough seedlings? Because you don't have enough moss. Why don't we have enough moss? Because you don't have enough stone. Well, yeah, I guess. If using the stone recipe and I have no stone, then it's worse than using the not stone recipe, huh? Alright. We're gonna switch ourselves to the not stone recipe for now. We're going to disconnect the moss from the stone. I don't know if this is going to be enough, actually. 0.08 times 12 is 0.96, so 1 a second. These each need 0.25, so like half of that, and the rest is going to go down here. All right. Well, we should see some better wood throughput soon, I hope. I could probably make a couple more of these if I needed to as well. What else is on fire right now? It's hard to tell because I'm not doing science, so like I don't really have any alerts when the base is misbehaving. Let's see. We're making science over here. Oh, it's backed up. I'm fully backed up. Backed up on science. I guess I should start some research. I do want to get to smelters, so let's do that and that. Casting. I need casting for better iron processing, right? Yeah, let's get to casting. Okay. That's titanium and lead processing and all the things that they feed into. All right. Titanium. Lead processing. Nexilite. What do I need for antimony processing? I should be able to enqueue that. Oh, it's already enqueued. Nickel. And then I can get intermetallics and then casting. All right. But I think even just smelters stage 1... maybe that doesn't give me anything interesting right away. Okay. I have no idea what my next steps are. I have completely lost my mind. Let's see if we're making circuits down here. That was an important thing that I was working on. Oh, we're still waiting for wood. Wait, I have a bunch of wood in my inventory. Let's use the inventory wood to our advantage here. There we go. Okay. So this should be much faster now. The only problem is, in theory, this will run even when... Well, I guess I can fix that. Seems a little silly, but I'll do it. This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks of 200. So if it's more than 1,400... All right, you are enabled if circuits are less than 1,400. And if this ever backs up on anything other than batteries, we're gonna have a problem. But, yeah, so this will take up to 0.5... Oh, yep. Well, now we're not making enough saline water, apparently. You know what that means. More washers. Let's see. Let's make a couple more. All right, let's see if 2 more is enough. It probably won't be. That also means that I probably do need to figure out a way to deal with spoilage down here. Because this can totally back up. Or I just... You know what? Let's pop back into YAFC and let's add a consumer, copper zinc batteries. What's the recipe? 5 to 1, and we're making 0.4, so that's 0.08 batteries. Remove and unlink. We're gonna make copper zinc batteries. We're gonna make 0.08 of them. We're gonna create link. Okay, so we need 50 saline water a second. Make it into this. Is that right? How else can we make saline water right now? 10 sodium hydroxide. No, that's worse. Water and gravel. Still 20 washers, but 15 gravel. It's 20 sand. Okay, so 20 sand a second into 15 gravel, or 20 stone a second into 15 gravel, and 20 washers, or 10 stone a second in 20 washers. Okay. So this is actually better. Right? Is that what I just said? This is better? Now I don't remember. The gravel version still takes 20 washers. And yeah, this is worse. I mean, there are other ways to get gravel, but not easily at this point. So I think I want to use stone. 20 washers, though. That's like all of my stone to run this thing at capacity. I also probably don't need... Yeah, my other stuff is only making... Yeah, 0.03 of these. And circuits, I'm only making, well, 0.2, okay. 0.3, 0.6, oh no, this is all an order of magnitude more than what I'm making here. Because this is still 0.08 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I think I just need to move this. Oh, but I don't have the stone. Yeah, I've just used up all my stone. That's going to be the problem here, isn't it? Okay, right now, this only gets fed stone when my factory is running, basically. Because my stone patch up top doesn't go down there. You know what? I am just gonna fix this so that we're just gonna do this, and we're gonna hope for the best. This is what we're gonna do, because that's kind of all I can do right now. All right, so stone is our major input. Got 1.4 thousand. Oh, this is never hooked up. So this will pump. No, it won't. Glad I checked. Okay, so this will pump in when there's hydrogen in here. This should empty itself. Yep, just like that. We're still not making enough glass, huh? That's impressive. Yeah, molten glass. How much molten glass do we actually need to run all of these capacity? Not that this can run at capacity, but 16, 33, so like 66 a second, and each of these makes 2. Oh yeah, we're only making like 18 a second. That's fine. I guess as long as this is moving fast enough that it can slowly burn down its backlog of stoppers. Let's see. Intermetallics, and then... Do I want to go for assembly? Question mark? That does get me into oil industry, better rubber... trains. But the other thing beside assembly is casting, which gets me better iron processing and better aluminum processing and apparently chromium processing. Oh, which gets me medium power pulse. Okay. Nope. That's new top priority. Medium power pulse. I assume they're a pain in the butt early on. 2 copper, 1 chromium, 4 aluminum for 1 medium pole. That could be worse. Okay. Let's see, is this running fine here? Yes. Let's see, in theory, this will pull in 1 a second, and each of these makes 0.2. Yes, so 5 of them should keep up. That's fine. I think I need to go back to what my plan said here, which was glass off of hot air, and figure out how I want to do that. Which coal belt is this, and what is it doing? This feeds this iron, and it feeds these. I should switch these to ashless fuel and switch this iron to or the steel input here to electric miners. And then I wouldn't need coal here at all, which would be cool. But I think I'm still not making enough wood to reliably do that. Okay, we are starting to back up on moss again, so that's a good sign. And it may be that we are finally making enough fuel, question mark, maybe? Yeah. All these come in. But what was I thinking when I did this? This must have been different at one point. The joys of doing everything live and just uploading VODs is I can't hide that from anyone in an edit. I saw it, and now you've seen that I saw it. I can't pretend it never existed. Oh, these were just emptying stuff, weren't they? Okay. Dump a bunch of wood here. I mean, it does look like we're doing... What are you blocked on? You're blocked on formaldehyde. Why don't we have formaldehyde? Sorry, this has been kind of a... Because we don't have methane. And we don't have methane because we don't have seeds. And we don't have seeds because... your output is backed up. And your output is backed up because... this isn't a proper priority input system with splitters like it should be. I think is the answer. Priority input left. Let's see if this figures itself out. What I should probably actually do is let that run and then drop a bunch of them in like one of these. Wait. Oh, these are all seeds. Yeah, the actual moondrop outputs just get turned into seeds. That's right. Okay, this should be fine. I think this will work fine. Because this will let itself fill up. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. This will be fine. This is gonna be fine. This should still run. The question is, will this insert when that one can't outsert? Let's just let it go. I might have to pull these out like one more cycle through. If there's too many in the output, it'll get mad. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So let's just cycle these through a couple of times just so I don't have a bunch of moondrops in my inventory. Alright, that looks like it is inserting now, so I think we're good. Yeah, I think we are to steady state. Perfect. Love to see it. We've got methane going again. Love to see that. I mean, this shouldn't run all the time. It's not sized to run all the time, and that's fine. But now we have these coming out again. many of these can we make? 0.1 a second? This actually can run at 0.1 a second. That almost keeps up with my theoretical battery capacity if I had stone. But I don't have stone, so... Why did I come up here? Why did I notice this was broken? What was I doing? I want to run glass off of hot air, and I was tracing some of my existing coal lines to figure out what is being mined where and where it's going. And I was thinking that this particular belt... Well, it's running a bunch of stuff, actually. But I could fork off of this belt for the things in here, and then I would have another belt. Or vice versa. This belt is running... Okay, this... Goodbye, inserter splitter. Hello, real splitter. I just have to make sure that I keep this one-sided, because we need ash output. Yes. Actually, you know what? I'll do that here. I'll do that here, because then it's more obvious what's going on. Because if I see this on its own, I'm going to be like, what the heck did you do, Brandon, and why did you do it? Okay. And then... Oh, these guys aren't getting enough fuel. That's something that I can fix, too. Oh, everything is always breaking. Okay. Hopefully that's better here. Over in the land of... Yeah, there's no salt water here. No saline. I should build a couple more. All right, let's get a couple of radars placed so I can see, like, my stone mine and stuff like that. Okay. That turn on? Yes, and I guess I need one more just north of it. Copper, iron, titanium, molybdenum, more iron. All right, anyway. Let's get one more just north here, and this should get us to coverage of stone. Oh yeah, the radar's like right on the stone area. It literally wants to be on the stone patch. Can it be north of the stone patch? Yes, and I already have power here, which is great. Okay. Ooh, those are already half full. All right. So these are just not getting enough carbolic oil to mine regularly, which is what I thought was the situation, but that's good to know for sure. The way to get more carbolic oil is... I mean, it's one of my... Yeah. Tar refining tops. Maybe some of the other ones, but that's the big one. Yeah, okay. I'm making as much as I can. I'll mine more stone if I'm pulling more. I mean, I could add more of these and melt more of my coke down. But I don't think that's really what I want to be doing necessarily. You know, I mean, this is running pretty, these are all running pretty consistently. So, yeah. All right. But I think actually, since I'm going to be about to make hot air setup, I'm going to need to I've lost track of what I was doing again. How long have I had the stream sitting on YAFC instead of my game? Oof, I'm sorry. I'm not even sure how long that's been. Too long. I've mostly been, I think, walking in circles, fixing small bugs, thinking out loud to myself, so, I don't think anyone missed anything really critical. Like I said at the start, I am still trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this base and what I need to be doing, so... Yeah, and then this just sort of turned itself off, huh? Okay. Stone is a problem, but it's not a problem I can fix right now. It's a problem that will be fixed as we get... various more ores going, and, like, 'cause I'm sure... Let's see... We get raw nexolite from... Here we go. Raw nexolite in water makes muddy sludge. We'll have to do something with the muddy sludge. What can I do with muddy sludge? Well, I can go into my moss. Yeah. I can barrel it. I can electrolyze it for water and oxygen. Moss. Moss. Huh. Okay, maybe all I can do is electrolyze it for water and oxygen. I mean, there's future episodes with fancier trees, but I don't think I can do this one now. Oh, that's a turd recipe. Yeah. Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot that I can do with it. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get the muddy sludge from my nexolite processing up into... Well, if I could do something with oxygen... Makes water, and water I can dump. Hmm? Huh, I like it. Rocket fuel is literally just Carolox. Interesting that it doesn't have like a canister to go with it or something, but... Okay, so if I want to get hot air for glass, the byproduct of that is going to be coke. Let me actually open that instead of just talking out loud to myself. Okay, so we want to make hot air. The way we make hot air at the beginning is from warm stone bricks, which we warm with coke oven gas at this point. Coke oven gas we get from turning raw coal directly into coke. And then we need to be able to turn that coke into, well, burn it, right? So, looking at coke oven gas. I need filtration before I can void it. And that's green science. That's not going to happen. But from the warm stone brick, can I void hot air? I can make glassware. The answer appears to be no. I cannot void hot air. I mean, I don't know if there's even a vent in the game anymore. We have a burner. Yeah, we have the outfall, which can just take water, I think. Okay. So, going back to thinking about this, what I had been thinking of was converting one or both of these two lines here to be our hot air production. So they would convert these machines to these boilers to be running off of coke instead of raw coal. And pretty much, yeah, that. And that's fine as long as we're making enough hot air. Or we have to balance our hot air consumption and the consumption of steam from these boilers. The other option is to go with this. I'm just flipping through my recipes here and seeing if anything jumps out at me, but no. Now, I think with tar, isn't there a way to do... I'm thinking of something else. I thought there was a recipe that turned... Oh, it's pitch, right. I need to turn it into pitch. And then I can use the pitch, if I so choose, to make stone bricks. Right now, I'm turning all my pitch into more coke. Okay. So maybe this is what we need to be thinking about as far as coke processing, is turning pitch into bricks and into stone instead of it's 5 stone and 5 stone to make 4 brick, but then if I crush those bricks, I'm pretty sure I get more stone. If I can find the crushing recipe. Yeah, 4 bricks is 8 stone. So we get 3 stone back, basically, from each of these recipes. And then we'll supplement the coke that's currently coming off of... Here, let's head up to the coal area. So right now we're turning all of our pitch here into coke. And then burning it away over here. What I think we want to do is turn the coal directly, whoops. craft. Okay. Raw coal directly into coke with coke oven gas. That coke then is, you know, our main belt of coke going in here. And then I think we only fall over raw coal into... that coke gets burned, and we should have the burn capacity to burn all of our coke. Any coke that doesn't get burned... Sorry, the priority is to not burn it, right? The priority is still feed coke into the system. What am I trying to say here? I vaguely know what I'm trying to say. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. We have a belt of raw coal coming in. That will be priority split to prefer being consumed by the system that makes hot air. If the system that makes hot air ever backs up, it will instead go through this normal coal cokification process. We do coal gas and water into syngas, right? I must have so much plastic. I have so much plastic. Okay. That's also getting dangerous. Okay. Right, so we'll prefer to make coke the hot air way, otherwise we'll go this way. Either way, all of our coke that we produce, maybe not this, oh, we might need this. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Anyway, all the coke that we produce eventually comes out here. This is again our main belt, right? This will be actually, I think I want this to go the other way, right? I want to prioritize making gasoline. I'm not sure. Comes out here. Priority will be to go to the base. Otherwise, it comes off of this side and gets burned. Backed up on coal gas. That is special because I have a buffer for coal gas. Anyway, it'll drain itself in a moment. I just don't love that it's backed up. So, the question then is... What is the question? How do I make sure that I'm always getting enough coke out to run the rest of the base? And I don't think that's going to be a problem. The next question is, how do I make sure I'm getting enough of all the fluids I need when we're primarily turning coal directly into coke for hot air? And I'm not sure about the answer to that question. And I guess those are the only two questions. So if I'm going to make... Not you either. Let's do YAFC, actually. YAFC is easier for me. So we're going to take in... this is going to be hot air, I'll call it. So we're going to bring in a belt of raw coal. And we're going to turn that directly into coke, which will warm stone bricks, and we'll turn those into hot air. Wait, what do I do with this coke oven gas? Wait, I get cold coke oven gas. Oh, I have to burn it. Okay, that's fine. We'll burn it. We'll add it to the pile of things that get burned. Then we get a bunch of hot air. We'll use it to make whatever we need. That is fine. And then this coke gets turned into coal gas, and then tar, pitch turns into stone brick, which turns into stone. Which turns into stone brick. And it gets very confused at that point. Oh, I broke it. I broke it. It's like, I don't know what you want from me. I'm not sure if I can fix it. Let's see if I can. I'm curious if I can make it work. Tar refining bottoms, pitch into stone brick. Let's see. Here we go. If I unlink this, then I can do it. And then we crush that down into stone. We link those. It says extra. No, I want to allow extra on you. Sorry, create link. Can I say allow overproduction on stone? There we go. Actually, not on you. On you. Yeah. So we'll get a quarter of a stone brick a second out of this, or stone, depending on how I want the stone out, right? Not the brick. So yeah, here. We'll get 0.5 stone a second, which will feed into the rest of our stone consumption. Some of the rest of these things, whatever. I guess the question is, going back into the game, intentionally clicking the button in my OBS this time. If I don't replace this, I'm going to have to build a whole parallel setup. And I have concerns about how that's going to work out for me. Backed up on light oil. It's light oil back. Light oil turns into aromatics. Aromatics are just straight backed up, huh? Yes, because we're pushing through coal gas right now. It's doing that trickle thing that it does. Yeah, I really need circuits so I can add some hysteresis to these systems, and then this will all work much, much better. But circuits are way down here. Guess it can't hurt to be working on them, though. But after casting... I guess I saw I do need this to get down to circuits, don't I? Yeah. There's a lot of things on the way to circuits, actually. Ooh. Relesia, bogs, mining machines, melamine, battery stage 1, which gives me better circuit production. Boron. What is this? Laboratory equipment. Optical sets. Oh boy. All right, that's too far down the tech tree for me right now. As much as I really want to get to circuits, it's not. There's nothing that is obviously my next good step there. So I'm gonna get to power, like I said I wanted to, and then I want to work towards iron processing. So it looks like boron is also on the list. Boron trioxide is another coke sink. That's good. Well, from triborane anyway. Or diborane. To get boric acid, which isn't used here? No, this all uses solid. Interesting. What relies on the boric acid? Also, solid borax. That makes sense. We're using it as a flux. So it must be laboratory equipment that wants boric acid? Boron trioxide directly. And that is from boric acid. Okay, which is from... Okay. At any rate, getting boron done. What else do I need for aluminum? Mining machines. Getting aluminum maybe in better shape. I'm not sure if I need to grow my aluminum production yet or not, but can't hurt to keep doing the research. Okay, I still haven't decided what I want to do as far as hot air. I'm still sitting here on the fence about it. I've been very unproductive today, which I knew I would be. Let's drop down a couple more radars and while I think, and I'm gonna keep thinking out loud here. The byproducts of all of these different coke paths are... I mean, the frustrating thing is that not everything is always a byproduct, right? That's, I think part of the issue with why this is so hard to figure out is that I actually do need a bunch of the byproducts, right? I need the various gases for mining and things like that. Oh, this isn't actually hooked up to anything yet. Oops. Oh well. I was like, oh, there's already power grid here. I'll just plug right in. Nope. It's only half a power grid. And I'm out of power lines anyway. But yeah, I think that's the hard part with this, is just figuring out if I'm gonna have enough of everything, and like part of the problem is I don't even know what I need. But like I'm scared to leave this running, try to dump all the gases together and just see what happens. Maybe it's what I should do though. As long as I prioritize the coke coming from hot air so I can make hot air. And then just add more equipment for voiding coke. And maybe that's what I should do. Expand this to be able to void a whole belt. Or heck, 2 whole belts. Be able to void. I don't know. I am really not sure what I want to do. I guess worst case is the base breaks, and I have to figure out how to get it running again, and how to set up my priorities better, and, like, that's just literally been the whole game. So maybe I should just stop hemming and hawing, get hot air kind of built, and not worry about it as much. Let's see. Do I need more landfill, or did all of this actually build? Hey, I had enough landfill. Excellent. That one should be turned on now. Let's get the other ones hooked up. One of them should be right around... Where did I put it? Doesn't even show up on the map. There it is. Is that really the right spot? I think I put something in the wrong spot. I think I put that one in the wrong spot. Yeah, let's go move it. Oh, because the other one wasn't turned on, probably. Yeah. All right, so let's get this one actually connected, and then I'll see where I need to move the other one to. Of course. Of course. Maybe that is right. Is that a square? I can't even tell. Not a minor. One of these, thank you. Yep, it does overlap. I was wrong. It goes here. Okay, better. Oh, I didn't set the recipe on any of these. Huh. This system, I guess, is kind of sort of turning itself on here. There's still a bunch to do, but I guess it's closer to being ready than I thought. I mean, the big thing is building all these secondary crushers, right? Because they're the ones that need the circuits. Yeah, 25 each. Not cheap. What's coming off of here? Oh, this is coal dust, right. Oh, and I haven't even built the... Are we not building? Oh, are we out of landfill again? That's probably it. I haven't even built the ash processing portion of this yet, which is also going to be a huge nightmare and needs to feed back to this soot belt. So yeah, that's what's going on there. Anyway, I can see this now at least. What's that? Phosphate, rare earths, tin. Is there anything else that's not actually visible on my map? I guess just the geothermal. I could get that on, but I don't really care as much. Okay, yep. I think what I need to do is I need to just suck it up, find a coal patch, build this. Build this thing. Coal to coke to hot air, whatever. Get the stone. Well, no, not this part. Just this part. And then the coke oven gas, we're going to have to try to use as a fuel. The coke itself, we're going to have to burn. The question is just, where do I feed it in and where do I want to do this setup? Because, like, base-wise, what a disaster. Base-wise, one, I should stop leeching off of this for my aluminum and pull it off of this belt. Yeah, this belt. Two, you know, I'd like to do... I'd like to do it near this, right? So I can feed the coke in as a priority input, like, here. But I'm not sure if that's feasible or where I would pull the coal from. I guess I'd have to pull it from up here, which, like, I can do. Kind of a pain in the butt to pull a belt off of there, but I can get it down here and do that work. But then glass is all the way down here. Unless there's another, like, quartz vein. Oh, that's, And the answer is no, there's not a quartz vein up here. What about raw coal? There's one here. Down here, down here. But if I do it down here, then I don't have a good place to feed the coke. I mean, we are feeding, I think, some coke into this system, but it's not a lot. I think right now we're just occasionally spitting out a little saline and... I think we got to do it down there, and I think it's going to end up being a whole... It's going to have to be the whole chain. I'm just going to have to do the whole coke processing chain down here. I'm going to turn everything into... I mean, whatever. It's all flammable, right? The tar we turn into stone brick. Let's see, gets crushed. Allow overproduction. We're going to spit out this half a stone a second. Great. Middle oil. I mean, it burns. Creosote. Creosote have a fuel value? No, I got to do something with the creosote. I don't know. Oh no, that needs gasoline. I can't do that down here. Why can't I do that down here? Oh, I need to turn the anthracene into gasoline. Link those, please. Ooh, no. Not happy with that. Oh, no, that's fine. I just have to allow overproduction of gasoline. Okay. Yep. So, middle oil, I do always need more carbolic oil. A little bit of extra coke, fine, we burn that. And then, yeah, aromatics. And Light oil, I think, also gets turned into aromatics. So then we're only pushing coal gas, aromatics, and gasoline into the fuel pipe, and those are all things that we're already using. These DDCs aren't going to be running very often. I mean, I could pull in, I guess, 2 belts if I wanted to, but it's going to make some hot air at least. How much hot air do I need? There's a question. Like, how many belts of coal do I actually want to be turning into hot air? So our primary consumer is going to be our science, right? So that's going to be coming from... High Science 1, and I know we're not making 1 a second of those. Glassware. From not this recipe. From the hot air recipe. How many rubber stoppers can I make a second? I've got 4 rock pens. Let's just go all the way down and I'll see. Yeah. Latex. Sodium alginate. Nope. Don't need that one. Formic acid. From caged rocks. From rocks. Fully moduled. I think I've got 4 of these. 1.25 a second. Okay. So maybe I am just worrying about nothing. Right? Let me double check. I have 4 rock pens. 4 rock pens. Okay. Yeah, this uses so little hot air. Like, the extra coke production is hardly even worth thinking about. And, you know, if I go into the basic substrate and figure that out with our petri dishes, use hot air too. Yeah, 3.5 a second. And if I get rid of our input here and make hot air our output at 3.5, yeah, we're only using a third of a belt of raw coal. But we're spitting out such little 0.2 stone a second. I mean, it's almost worth it for a little bit of extra stone, but... And actually, this says we could do it off of 1 high-pressure furnace. Maybe that's the build at this point. I hate that I have to have all of these, like, DDCs to do all of the byproduct processing, but that's just life. You know, there's some glass demand from... What did I say it was? 11.5? I know it's exactly 3 of these. I remember that. 3. Yeah, 3 raw coal a second, blah, 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 blah. With some of this processing and then hot air getting sent off. Well, really hot air and stone being sent off towards glass, stone ending up at circuit production, and hot air ending up wherever. Okay. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to have to do. So that's... I'll have to figure out what all I need as far as bits and bobs, but this seems like what I'm going to build. The new question is, where do I build it? And I think the answer is not up here. I think the answer is... has to be relatively close to glass because I need to be able to feed stuff into this fuel pipe. Otherwise, we're going to have a bad time. And then we hope that if I have, pumps off of all of those all the different pipes for all of these different things, all these output gases, that they will at least sometimes win the pump lottery. And I don't know. I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous about having them be separate. I mean, the other option, which is totally legitimate, is, make a couple of 100 kiloliter tanks, and just don't worry about it. In which case, I don't think we have to even deal with the middle oil. Although that lowers our stone. No, it doesn't. Yeah. We just do, creosote doesn't even need to be dealt with. I'm just gonna store everything. So yeah, if I use those, a few big 100K tanks, we only have to do tar refining bottoms, and I can deal with figuring out what to do with the byproducts later. Because this is only really going to be running at like a third capacity. And that's just not that much. But on the other hand, getting more carbolic oil would be nice. I just have to figure out how to route it, send a bunch of pipes around, and then like once I'm there, like, well, oh no, that's a green recipe. I can't use this one. What can I do with naphthalene then? All I can do is turn it to creosote. Gross. Oh, there's also this recipe, which I don't think I have yet. Well, do I have basic reforming? Was that something that already popped up on my list? And the answer is yes. And now I'm curious why I'm not using... Wait, I already lost track of what I was looking for here. Let's get rid of all these byproduct links. Okay. Middle oil, at this point, I mean, really the only thing to do with it is tar refining tops. Creosote has usage, but ultimately just gets turned into aromatics. Anthracene oil. This gasoline recipe, compared to... I see. This one makes coke. This one doesn't. 50 anthracene to 20 gasoline and 5 coke, or 50 anthracene and 50 hydrogen to 25 gas and no coke. Interesting. Either way, that'll work. And then the light oil, yeah, aromatics and gasoline. Naphthalene oil will eventually be my first organic solvent, but that's not happening yet. This isn't happening yet, so it needs to be creosote. And then I end up with size this for a full belt, which is what I should do. We're not going to get all of these byproducts out, but we will have a little bit of coke oven gas, hot air, coal gas, aromatics, gasoline, yeah. Carbolic oil can get fed in with the rest of my carbolic oil. The question remains, and this is back to me overthinking it, and I know I just said I was overthinking it and said I should shut up and just build it. I'm really concerned about the fuel pipe, right? Like if I have another input to this fuel system, is it gonna back this up badly and screw up my whole existing coke processing? Sorry. I was not on the right screen again. This main fuel pipe here, right, that takes all of my coal processing byproducts and feeds them in from up here. The sushi pipe. But I guess, in the grand scheme of things, you know what? I'm just going to build it. I'm just going to build it. Just going to build it. And we'll see how it goes. I've got space down here for it, so we're going to grab a belt raw coal off of this. We're going to use full size, whole belt. I'll make basically a new sushi pipe coming off of this and feed it up into glass alongside the hot air. So I'll be bringing two pipes up, one that's hot air and one that's everything else. And these will get swapped over to the hot air recipe, which is going to have, I don't know, new inputs and shit, but hot air and petri dish using hot air. All right. Have to fix my horrible glass buffer, which mostly just existed to consume all of these byproducts, and I'm really worried we're not going to be consuming them fast enough now. But we'll find out how it goes. We're not getting any rubber stoppers. Should I be worried about that? Maybe? We're not getting formic acid. Are our rocks... Why are our rocks stopped? Ah, I see. Things are turning into jerky, but not fast enough. All right, well, let's go fix that, because that's a problem. And then, I guess I can get started building some of the things I'm going to need. How many DDCs do I need for this whole stack? 1, 2... Just 3. And 4 tar processing units. And a jaw crusher. Oh, sorry, 4 DDCs, my bad. 3 tar processing units. Let's stop making small parts. One of the things that should be on my list of things to do, but isn't, and then 4 regenerative heat exchangers, wherever those are. What do I need for those? Stone brick. Ooh. And it takes heat, so we will need a burner. Okay. There's all the stuff we need there. Let's grab more pipes. Let's grab power lines. We're going to need those. Pipes. I'm probably going to need some pumps. Let's just make some pumps. 5 pumps, apparently. Okay. Oh, you know what I should also do instead of burner drills? As I recall, I only need like 4 of these, right? For a, yeah. Okay. So let's get these guys going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy peasy. All right, and then it'll be... let's give this a little more room. Can't hurt to give myself a little bit of space. We're going to have 3 high-pressure furnaces doing raw coal to coke. And that will take 5 full-size inserters per building or 7 mechanical inserters. Sure. Why not? And then output side, 2 coke a second is like 3 mechanical inserters. Sorry, I'm looking at YAFC in the background and having it do its calculations for me. Yeah, 2.5. So yeah, 3 a building. All right, and these are all going to be making coke from raw coal, coal gas output, or hot whatever output. Get an output here. Okay. This now needs to go into my 3 regenerative heat exchangers. To make warm bricks. And this can be done with, fortunately, just 1 inserter a building. So that'll be 1 inserter in, 1 out. This will go like so. And then 1 more heat exchanger that goes in the opposite direction, which is actually making the hot air. Which needs 2 of these inserters. Okay. And out. Okay. That should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. And then on this side, we're going to have our outlet of lower temperature gas. This will need to be fed into our general gas output. And here we have the hot air, which is the thing we actually want. Okay, hot air. All that looks good. Burner to heat all this up. I know I made one. There we go. Hopefully one is enough. Don't see why it wouldn't be. Let's find out. Heat generating from a burner. Yeah, 0.3 burners. So the next question is, where's my fuel? My fuel is here. Maybe it's better to come along this way and then down. Just to bypass this hole. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So that can be preheating while I get all the rest of this figured out. We're going to have 6 coke a second coming through here. And that needs 2 DDCs to turn it into... Let's go this way. Two DDCs to vaporize our... Let's see, coal gas from coke, that's the one. Then give myself just plenty of space to work with here. Now, this is my coal gas pipe. It also needs to be... Put it here. That needs to be merged with the other outputs to the main line. And then tar is going to come right into single tar processing unit. I almost forgot something. Fortunately, I realized it. I need... steam. To do the tar cracking, etc. But it's only 1 boiler's worth, so not a problem. I do need to deal with the ash, but... not that much ash, because again, it's only 1 boiler. So I'm just going to do this, so this can get its first dibs at whatever it wants. Let's add an offshore pump. Where can I do that? There, why not? Okay. This has water, steam output. That's all fine. Now, do I have power anywhere near here? Yes, I do. Okay. These are... All right, looks like 4 inserters on each of these buildings. Oh, and they also make a little bit of ash, don't they? That's fine. Okay. Okay, that's going to take a minute to warm up anyway. So what is my next step? Oh, the tar splitting. Right, tar processing unit off of this pipe. That was my distraction making, and I don't remember the inputs to this, so we're going to have to look that up. All right, tar and steam next to it. There we go. Let's grab our steam pipe. And let's filter our outserters, because I'm a doofus and I always forget. Do I actually not have any ash in my inventory? Wow, that never happened. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, this is all going to back up in just a second. That's fine. Tar processing unit has steam, needs tar, spits out a bunch of stuff. Let's start with the pitch to stone brick. Okay, because that's just a furnace. Like here. And then if I throw some stone in it, that needs to output directly into a jaw crusher. Which I didn't make. Oh, thank goodness I have the stuff for it. Okay. So that'll output directly into this jaw crusher. With how many inserters? Just one. I love it when it's just one. Jaw crusher. Stone from stone brick. That outputs... two inserters worth. Which will go... priority right. and feed this. Otherwise, up, and I need to route it somehow into here. But that's sort of the next priority. All right, next on the list is creosote. No, because there's something else that makes creosote, isn't there? Okay, that's naphthalene, and that's just a tar processing unit into more creosote. And this is anthracene. Naphthalene comes from the middle oil. Okay, let's do the middle oil. That goes into another tar processor for tar refining tops. Okay. That will be tar refining tops, and then we have all of this stuff coming out. Let's get this part powered so I can actually see things turning on. It'll make me more comfortable. So these are going to run, and they're going to start outputting. And this also needs power, of course. All right, and these aren't going to run very much. That's sort of expected. I mean, I don't think I'm going to need that many, Let's take just like half of a stack and throw it in here. It'll start cycling that through, and it should get more evenly distributed, because I don't know how many these inserters will actually put in at once. Probably only like 4 or 5. Actually, this might back up if I do that. Maybe let's just do... Okay, let's do that. And if I see this front inserter is taking too many, I can change how this is set up. I think that's the plan. Okay. You need power over here. Done. And this looks like this inserter is not enough, but that's just because it was backed up. It'll... The number of inserters I need, I'm scaling based on my belt of input, not based of what, like, each of these is actually capable of doing. So, keep that in mind. Okay. Next, guess I want to turn the naphthalene into more creosote. Yep, and that's just naphthalene as an input, which is nice. And then pull down the creosote. then creosote to... Okay, creosote to aromatics needs gasoline, so I want to do my anthracene and my light oil processing, which is 2 more DDCs. Okay. This one is anthracene. Yes. Let's pull... Nope, that's carbolic oil. Pull light oil out. And let's pull anthracene out. And then that's going to be 2 DDCs. Bop and bop. One is going to make aromatics and gasoline from... The other one is gasoline. Oh, and Coke, right, from the anthracene. Okay. So light oil there. Aromatics will come out, and aromatics are one of my just byproducts, right? Yes. There is an aromatics dedicated pipe, but I think, if I remember correctly, that, yeah, that already tends to overflow into this. So I'm just going to burn the aromatics that we're making here. That is fine. So those will go out the top and find their way up to a byproducts pipe. And then over here... All right, let's grab one more tar processing unit here. I'm building this very spread out, but I have the space, and I just can't be bothered. Let's see. Creosote and gasoline into aromatics. And then get gasoline in from this side. All right. So that's gasoline out. This also makes Coke out. That needs to come. One outserter. Merge onto that belt. Assume we're not running because you're backed up on, yes, the coal gas itself. Because... Oh, we don't have pressurized air in yet. That would do it. Okay. Hot air! 33 hours in. Okay. Let's see. This needs to be actually hooked up. Cool. Cool. All right. Coke output. Gasoline. Which right now is all going down here. And then overflow. Yep. Ooh, nope, further over. Okay, there's hot air. Here's... Or not hot air, gasoline, rather. This is going to be the... whatever this is. Whole gas. We have this cold coke oven gas as well. Which will pull in like so. And what other byproducts do I have? Aromatics. Aromatics need to come out. Let's see. Where can I route aromatics? Guess out the top here? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And that is more or less another sushi pipe full of fuels. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be like one thing at a time. If I have to, I can make tanks. Hopefully I don't have to. All right, and now I can just drag both of these pipes. Before I go over there, let's do the stone output. Yeah, because that's getting backed up already. Yeah, okay, so the stone needs to get up to here. I think there's no good way around it, but let's go around this way. Up like here. Nope. Ooh, perfectly aligned. Let's try here. Okay. There goes stone. This has no fuel because we're not actually burning hot air. That's fine. All right, I think I could just drag these pipes across now, and we should be good. Good place to go north-ish, maybe, kinda, sorta. Or do I want to be on this side? Yeah, maybe one more. Ooh. Now, how do I get this routed in everywhere it needs to go? All that goes there. How long is an underground? Ooh, okay. Okay. I can spaghetti this hard enough. Oh yeah, no problem. All right. Is that... No, that's not quite hot air for everyone, because this isn't actually hooked up yet. So this needs to come off. Go like here. And like, I don't know, here to here to here to here to here. Okay. And I'm worried that we're still not making these things. Oh, right, because I'm backed up on jerky. I completely forgot I was backed up on jerky. Okay, gonna have to fix that. For now, though, let's get this other fuel pipe joining the other thing. Nope, nope. Well, whatever. Don't care. Did this not connect somewhere? Oh, great. Well, and this is where we... Oh, no, it's working. It's working. It's working. Okay. I was worried it wasn't all connected, but I think it is. And then I just need to pump this into the system. And when the fuel types match, it'll just... Oh, no, that goes underground there. That goes underground there. Let's... I guess I should take this over, sort of inject them at the same place. That would be slightly less horrible than everything else I'm doing. Slightly. These are all output full. Wait, what's our fluid ingredient shortage? Hot air. We're not making hot air because it's not hooked up right? Or because we have coke oven gas. Oh, because the cold coke oven gas can't get out. Okay, yep, I am going to have to make tanks. That's kind of what I thought. Did I make big tanks? Tanks. Why not? We'll make big tanks. Big tanks are fun. But yeah, I'm just going to have buffers here, and then as each of these potential ingredients. Oh, I don't have landfill. Can I squeeze this in somewhere? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, and that's on the wrong thing. That's the hot air pipe. Come on, Brandon. Be smarter. Okay, so it's this pipe, which has no obvious place for me to... Okay. And then hopefully every once in a while this will still have a chance to, drain and vent. All right, well, with that running, hopefully running for real this time, what else was broken? The rocks were backed up because, what's the thing that they want? Oh, I don't care about that. We're backed up on meat. I'm glad it's turning into jerky. That was the point. However... let's see. Could just make a shed. Storage size 40. How does that compare to one of these? Twice as big. I could make a warehouse. Why not? Let's make a warehouse for our... Make a warehouse for our jerky, and then I just gotta fix up water. All right, so that should unblock Vrox. Unvrock. Cool. This is still not ideal, obviously, but I am going to be using the jerky relatively soon. So hopefully... Do I get a better recipe for... Let's look at glassware here. So 4 rubber stoppers for 2. We're moving up to 4 rubber stoppers for 3, which is great. That's 50% more. 4 rubber stoppers for 4 requires more quartz processing. Yeah, okay, so that's further up. Improving rubber stoppers. 5 coal and 2 latex, or... Once we have real rubber, we can use rubber. Which is 1 latex into 2 stoppers, as opposed to 2 latex into 4 stoppers. So it's the same amount of latex. We just get better usage of... Well, we're not using coal directly. We're using carbon black and polybutadiene. But I guess rubber gets better over time, right? Yeah, look at that. Once you have an organic solvent, it doubles. Yeah, and continues to get better. Okay. So there's not a lot we can do about rubber stoppers right now other than improving latex throughput, and that means growing rocks. But at the moment, that's fine. Our other input into this is basic substrate, and it seems like we're making plenty of that. I'm not actually sure. Makes 0.05 a second, 0.05... 0.1, okay, so 0.1 a second coming into here. So it's like 1/8 of this speed is what we're getting. Yeah, whatever that is. And this will pull in 0.2 and 1.2. So this needs 6 times as much glassware. No, 6 times as much of this as we're getting glassware. With our improved flow... Oh wait, I already figured this out. Huh. It's already here. Coming in with my 4 rock paddocks. We can still... I mean, assuming the cellulose can keep up, and I don't think it can. No, it won't keep up. Okay, we're actually going to start getting backed up on cellulose then. Interesting. But yeah, that will be our constraint. Will be getting cellulose, which means that I probably need to switch this over to the same saline water eventually. Which I don't love because, well, because it's been a problem. And we're out of moss again. We're out of muddy sludge because sand is backed up because we don't have gravel. Because our stone is that foobar right now? Alright, well, is it time to drag a pipe all the way from here up to wherever the carbolic oil pipe is? I think it might be. I don't really want to do that. Is there another stone patch that's like closer down here that I could... There's one. Pull this carbolic oil too, and here, let's go back to YAFC. And check hot air. Consume our carbolic oil for stone mining. Turn our kerogen into... Well, I don't have sulfur yet, but if I did turn my kerogen into tar... Oh, you don't like that, huh? Why don't you like that? Interesting. All right, well, we won't do that then. I mean, well, then we're just back to shale oil, and right now I'm just storing my shale oil because I'm not doing anything with it. mean, I guess I break it down into condensates, right? And then heavy oil to kerosene, and condensates are, I guess they are a fuel right now, but I'm actually having a hard time burning all of my liquid fuels, which is impressive. All right, well, I've been rambling for a while. My voice is starting to give out, so I think I'm going to call it here. I don't love this session. I don't feel like I was super productive. I know I put out some fires. Science still hasn't turned back on. Okay, but we are getting stoppers coming in. Okay, good. And we're making, yeah, the 3 glassware. Was that our first glassware? Did I get here just in time? I did. Oops. Here. What did I get done today that was even remotely productive? Well, I fixed a couple backups. So, like, science is running, and science has been running. I guess really what I need to be looking at soon is, well, antimony processing has been frozen for a while, but we'll want to start getting antimony and nickel. I guess I have Nexilite processing done? Where is Nexilite? Yeah, Nexilite. Okay. So I think gotta start on Nexilite, and that means making Digosauruses and oh, and that's more saline water. Of course it is. Of course it is. I'm surprised how, well, maybe I shouldn't be surprised how backed up I am on stone right now. I've got to find a better source of stone, and I think what I was saying at the start, where I was talking about I'm making plenty of coke now, obviously, so maybe it's time to turn this off and start turning pitch into stone instead of into more coke. Because then if I need to, like, you know, I can feed the coke from here elsewhere as well, and that reduces the byproducts here that we have to deal with. So yeah, that might be the thing that I have to do. Is tear this down. But glass off of hot air is done. Crushed coal for power is down there. Better coke sink ? That's still a question. But I think what this might actually mean, I'm going to actually move that down to the bottom as well. I'm going to put a new one at the top, and this is going to be use pitch for stone instead of for coke. This might also be our coke sink ? Save. And that will be, I think, my first big cleanup task next time. And then we will also want to get Nexilite and antimony and get intermetallics going. That'll need vitrolloy. I think some of the things that we're currently making in small amounts in weird places, we might have to grow. You know, titanium we're currently just storing. Aluminum we're currently just storing, although I don't think the vitrolloy needs that. Intermetallics might. Nexilite, antimony, iron. Antimony, yeah, duralumin, nickel, titanium, and copper. Okay, so yeah, this kind of has to pull everything together to be able to make the intermetallics. So that's going to be a bunch of cleaning up systems that are currently set up to be semi-hand-fed and temporary. You know, like our aluminum output here, and like over here somewhere I've got this thing. Yeah, that I can only run by hand and only runs when I want it to. So those are going to have to be cleaned up, and find a place where I can bring together all of those things. Antimony, rare earths, tin, molybdenum. I'm looking for nexolite. Nexolite. This is probably the closest one to the base. And there's plenty of big open space over here. Well, I say plenty. There's some big open space over here for me to work on all the intermetallics stuff. Nickel's down here. Not great. And of course, antimony is nowhere near these other ones that I'm working on. But yeah. That is, I think that will be, yeah, the 2 plans for next time. Expanding rocks and latex can actually come off of the to-do list for now. Delete. Because with the new hot air-based glass, I'm going to be exceeding the capabilities of this single cellulose machine. So this will eventually fall behind. Yeah. So until I rebuild this with better cellulose in mind, that's going to be that situation. Oh, this is still backed up because it's making sand. Let's switch to the one that doesn't make sand. Hopefully just to get this stuff running. And then, what is this? Landfill. How much landfill do I have? Not a lot. Because there's no stone, and there's no stone coming because the base just isn't pulling resources. I mean, at all. There's a bad sign. Science running? No. Wait, why aren't we making... Hello? 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 Oh, because we have no wood. Okay, well, hopefully I just turned moss back on. At least temporarily. I don't know if this actually is going to make enough muddy sludge for all of these to run or not. 25 a second, and each of these is pulling... Oh, just one. Okay. Alright, so that's fine. So ultimately... Yeah, it'll just be based off of this mess. This is making... acetylene, which is used for lead and titanium. Once I start making intermetallics, I'm going to use a lot more titanium, but right now lead is going to be based off of demand down here. Oh, this is stopped. Why is this stopped? I don't like that. Oh, wood. Yep. Alright. Yep, everything's backed up because my moss has been broken for God knows how long. Love it. But yeah, that the non-sand recipe makes plenty, so... And I think I probably have plenty of concrete for whatever I need it for in the short term. Let's double check that. Yeah, I have a little bit of concrete. I'm not going to pave the base with it just yet, but it is certainly enough. How much does this say this makes? 25 a second? Well, no, not quite. It'll make 20 a second. So I could actually add 8 more moss farms if I wanted to. I'm not sure I want to, but I could. And that would potentially improve my moss throughput. But if I don't need to, I won't do it. So I'll see if this is keeping up with everything in this setup. And if it does, I won't mess with it. Because I don't need to prioritize sand right now, because I don't have enough gravel coming out of this. Honestly, I think this whole path... Now, where does this go? Is this important? This is stone for... sodium alginate. Okay, this path is important. This is not. In fact, I'm just going to tear this whole part of this setup off. Because I think this can operate on its own effectively. Because this will feed in its own gravel output. And then if it starts to back up on gravel, it... Right, is that how these are set? Yeah, I see. That would have run when... lime was backed up. This would have pulled gravel through. I don't know why that's important, though. Because that would have forced more gravel to come through here. I don't know what I was thinking when I designed this, is the conclusion that I am coming to. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, this should be fine, right? If this backs up on gravel, we start turning some of it into sand. And that's it. And then if, for some reason, this whole side backs up, and we have lime, pulling the gravel through won't help. We'll still be backed up on... Oh, because we also use lime for concrete. Now I understand. Okay, so that part can go back. Yeah. If lime is backed up, we turn some of this into sand so we can pull lime into concrete. And the purpose of the stone crusher up here was to be a secondary supply of gravel in the case that we backed up on lime and had no gravel coming from this. I understand, but I'm not making enough stone for that. And if this backs up, I'm just going to deal with it. That's the plan. Okay. I'm slowly but surely, like, reverse engineering my own decisions about this base and, like, why I did things. We're still not making science, probably because we still don't have much wood. Yeah, oh, because a bunch of it is still backing up this path. That's fine. That is technically science. And then this, I think, is all going to get claimed Yeah, by these things. All right. Yeah, well, this will slowly but surely try to back itself up again. Hopefully, I wonder how bad our ashless fuel belt is looking. This is doing okay here. So everything up at this end is still doing fine fuel-wise, which is nice to see that we weren't unwooded for that long. You are formaldehyde. I fixed that once already. Is it just... Oh, you have no... Wait, why do I have no copper? Oh, that's part of why I have no stone. Why do I have biomass? Oh, because if other fuel... Okay, that makes sense. What this should do then is... fixing bugs as I find them, sorry. Okay. And then we are going to output priority right, input priority left. And then that should do the right thing. Yeah. Because what'll happen here is if fuel spoils, it'll get outserted, instead of being, just burned as its spoiled form. Although that shouldn't happen with any of the fuel that we send here. None of that should turn into biomass. Oh, but I got... that's right. I used to be putting spoiled stuff on the belts, and I don't anymore. So I actually don't need any of this. This should just not be able to break. Perhaps famous last words, but I'm going to believe it. Okay. So why am I not getting copper over to where I need it down there? Copper comes down here. Down here. Copper comes in. Goes in here. Makes its way over to here, where that's backwards. Also, this routing is insane. It goes all the way around and makes, like, multiple, like, figure eights and loops in different places. God. The noodles are getting real noodly. Why don't I just fork it here and... Whatever. I'm not changing it now. It's... Well, I was going to say it's working. It wasn't working, but it's working now. I promise. Okay, this branch of wood has finally backed up, which means that... Yeah, more of it's going this way. Good. Is any of it getting past? Yes, we are starting to have it get past these things, which means that we should... Hey, yeah. We should start to see, finally. Perfect. We are finally making planter boxes again. Which should mean that we are finally making science again. which I think for now is only consumed for actual science? No, it's split down here to make DNA samples, but I'm not currently making any of those. I should switch this over to Digosaurus. Maybe not. Yeah, sure, I have plenty. Which I'm going to need to find a way to bring saline water in for, but otherwise I think we make everything we need. The generic Earth DNA samples. Oh yeah, we need the biosamples, and biosamples need biocontainers, and biocontainers need, oh look, titanium. Alright, well I can start that running. Alright, well, we have a little bit of science production happening again. Not a lot. Glassware? Did you break again, glassware? We're still making latex. I don't see glass. Oh, there's a little bit. Okay, it is running. This is also falling behind. Which concerns me. Yeah, no hot air. And we have no hot air because... I don't know. Let's see if we can get this running a little more efficiently with more bricks. Because I think that's part of the problem, is it was more serialized than it was supposed to be. Because this should be able to make plenty of hot air. Yeah, and I can see we're still not getting enough bricks through the system for this to have more. Yep, there we go. Now they're deciding to let bricks go past. So we might be closer to an equilibrium here. Okay, I just didn't have enough bricks in the loop. My bad. Yeah, because they each want to have like 10 in here at once, because they do 5 to 5. So that's 10, 20, 30. This wants to have, I think, 40, so we want 70 in total. But I don't think it'll quite get there. And, like, part of the expectation is that this isn't running full time because we're not consuming enough hot air. But, you know, when all of this is running, like, there should be enough extras, and there's still enough. We want to have enough that when these guys can always be full, right? That the inserters are always happy. And like as soon as it goes, it has 5 that it can put in. Now, this is always going to be a different situation on this one. But, yeah. And that's just because outserter-wise, I could add more inserters and outserters to this, but there's not enough heat coming into the system. It would end up looking blocked on these. Yeah. But anyway, I think there's plenty of bricks now. Hey, there's antimony processing. Huzzah! Why was I doing boron? What's after boron? Was that iron processing that I was hoping to jump into there? Probably. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of figuring out byproducts real soon, because this is going to need oxygen. What else did boron give me? Aluminum. Yeah. All right, Brennan, stick to the plan. Iron. All right. That looking better. We have plenty of hot air now. Not that I think we were that limited by hot air before, but definitely not now. That's for sure. This, yeah, is just waiting on its normal supply of stoppers, which are coming in their normal, very slow batches. Is that really how far apart those batches usually are? Something wrong. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh no, you have two. We have formic acid. We don't have steam. Oh. I see. I see. Okay. Hopefully this will resolve itself eventually. As my fuel belts hopefully refill. I mean, it's good to see copper, like, running. And how's iron doing? Iron's keeping up. It's also running a little bit. Wood is still wooding. Yeah, I mean, it's coming through. Are all of these running more or less actively right now? More or less actively. All of these are running more or less actively. Yes. It's the stoneless recipe, but there's not a lot I can do about that right now. Okay, I'm been distracted for the past 10 minutes when I said I was going to try to wrap up. Hopefully I've fixed most of the major bottlenecks. I mean, it's not running smoothly, but it's at least, we should be making some science again. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize I had this set to prioritize stone going down here. That means that I should make sure this prioritizes its input. Otherwise... Oh, all of these are just running right now. Oh, hey, 96 circuit boards. Okay. Boy, low power. Holy butts. That's a problem. I may have built a couple too many radars. Is this not running as efficiently? No input fluid. Oh my god. What happened? Soot processing backed up. Ash. How long has this been broken? Okay, well, I'm going to call that next time on Brandon Plays Pyanodons, because I don't want to deal with it now. Thank you to the folks who tuned in live. It's really appreciated, and thank you if you're watching this VOD on YouTube. For both sets of folks, there is a link down below in the doodly-doo to my Discord if you want to come tell me that I'm playing Pyanodons wrong. And, you know, leaving a comment in YouTube telling me I'm playing wrong is also cool. If you feel like leaving that comment or doing any of the other algorithm things, it really does help a small channel. I apologize again for being off for a couple of weeks, but hopefully I'll be able to stick to my schedule for the foreseeable future. I'm really looking forward to that. I think there's probably more that I usually give in my spiel, but I don't remember it right now, so I'm going to call it there and say thank you once more, and I will see you next time.